Hello, my name is Raivo, and this is my third game devlog, as well as a one-year summary. We'll go through what has been accomplished over the past year, plans for the next one, and a breakdown of the time I've spent on this project in numbers. Let's not waste any time and dive right in. I've been learning Unreal Engine for a year, working on the game for about 11 months, and tracking my hours for roughly 10 months. During this time, I've created 2 alpha stage ready levels, both of which serve as introductory levels to the game, inspired by Half-Life. I've also started working on several other levels, though they aren't playable yet. I can say that I've learned quite a lot over the past year, but at the same time, I'm fully aware that I only know a small fraction of everything there is to learn. Unreal offers so many possibilities that mastering them all feels impossible. Still, despite the breaks, countless mistakes, and failed attempts, I'm proud of what I've achieved so far. As the second year of development begins, my goal at the start of the year is to introduce the first enemies, create a damage system, and build the character HUD. Now I'll also need to learn animations, skeleton, and bone setup, more complex blueprints, and a whole of other things that are still unfamiliar and challenging to me. This year, I've started work on 13 levels in total. 2 of them are in alpha stage, 2 are close to alpha, and the remaining 9 are partially started or still in early development. In the second year of development, I'd like to complete at least 10 alpha-ready levels. Unfortunately, since I also work a regular job, I don't always have time for Unreal. Sometimes I also need to take short breaks to reset. I often beat myself up thinking I could have done more in a year, but if I count weekends and free days, I've managed to put about 3 full work months into this project. My goal for the second year is to find at least 4 months of free time to dedicate to game development. As I mentioned in a previous devlog, I had tried learning Unreal Engine several times before, but each time I gave up pretty quickly. This time, though, it seems to have finally clicked for me. I've discovered that the more I learn, the more interesting it becomes. Bit by bit, as I build my own game, I've started to see the whole process as a kind of game in itself, and that's exciting. There are still so many things I'd like to improve in the first intro levels, but it's time to move on. For now, I'll leave polishing and finalizing the alpha levels for later, closer to the point when all the planned 30 levels are nearing alpha stage. Sometimes it feels like a level is never truly finished, because there's always a sense that it could be better. But at some point, you have to accept a generally satisfying result and move forward. Time doesn't stand still. To learn, I use YouTube, ChatGPT, and often turn to the Unreal community for help. I'll be honest, around 80% of the assets I use in my game are asset flips, meaning they're not made by me. However, considering I adapt them to fit my own unique game and its story, and given the scale of this project, I don't see it as a sin. Eventually, I plan to create and replace some of those assets with my own. It's important to understand, building a game of this size with 30 planned levels would simply take too much time for a single person if everything had to be made from scratch. Since I started tracking my time working on the game, I've logged 490 hours in total, with 245 hours spent specifically on level design. The month I worked the most was January, with 101 hours, mainly because I wasn't working my regular job at the time and had more free time for development. The least productive month was April, with just 22 hours. After reorganizing my time, the planned release, summer 2028, remains unchanged. According to my current estimates, I'm still right on schedule, down to the very month. I'm truly grateful to those of you on Reddit who've shown interest in this project. Even if you're few, your support is a huge motivator. It tells me I might actually be on the right track. I'd genuinely love to hear your thoughts and any suggestions you have. For those discovering this game with this video, it's a single-player FPS with elements of platforming and horror. The first 2 levels were created with inspiration from Half-Life, but the rest of the game will follow an entirely original story with only some vaguely familiar themes. You, the player, will travel through a mysterious portal. But something goes wrong. The portal begins to malfunction, chaotically throwing you into distant, unpredictable corners of the universe. Will you survive all 30 vivid and intense levels? Follow the journey, be part of it, and you just might find out. In the final part of the video, you'll see alpha gameplay cuts from the first levels, followed by a few level time lapses and screenshots. Thank you if you were one of the people who watched this video, and one of the rare few genuinely interested in following this project. See you in the next devlog. Have a great day.
You're late. I will report that you arrived. In the locker room, there's a box with the clothes prepared for you. Change your outfit and proceed to the laboratory.
Been expecting you. Head to the spacesuit room and get changed. Portal departure in 10 minutes. Don't be late. Once you're ready, you may proceed. The countdown will start automatically. Good luck.